Hi, everybody. This is Shalene, the Color and Book Nook. We are live. We are going to talk TV shows and movies today. Who is already here? We have Deborah. We have Robert. We have Danielle. And that's it so far. How is everybody? So, some of you are enablers and you are just as bad as I am, Danielle. Yes, Danielle is. Danielle sent me to go watch a YouTuber. He's a floss tuber. His name is Darcy Cameron. He showed a heaven and earth design. Yes. And what did I do? I went to bought it. It is Danielle's fault. Yes. Hi, Robin. So I ended up buying, its name is Chessie. It's a Cheshire cat. It is by Ash Evans. Their patterns went up in price. So I looked under Ash Evans' other Heaven and Earth Designs charts, and I want like half of them. No, I'm not going anymore down the rabbit hole for Hade. I have like 200 Hades as it is. I just haven't bought any. The last time I bought one was in 2015. I bought one in 2014 and one in 2015. That's the last time I've bought any. I don't even go on the website to look. It's horrible, people. So are we ready to talk TV shows and movies? I'm going to wait a few more minutes. I do have something I want to say. So let's do a disclaimer. I have cats. Sometimes you will see them in the stream, especially Pearl now. I do have a dog. She is a barker. I think she just barks at the wind. She will scare the shit out of us sometimes. Hi, Michelle. So, yeah. So thank you to Danielle. I subscribed to another floss tuber. He is freaking hilarious. I only watched his newest one. I haven't watched his other ones. Danielle, I think you said there was 8 or 9 of his videos. So I may go back on and watch a few others. He is hilarious. Yes. And yes, I had to go buy the pattern. Then he showed another pattern that he had, and I own that as a diamond painting through AliExpress. So now I'm afraid to do that one on camera. So we will see. We will see. How is everybody? I woke up at 6 o'clock to let the dog out this morning. I can usually go right back into bed. No problem. Can go back to sleep. Well, I couldn't. I tossed and turned for like half an hour. I'm like, screw it. I'm getting up. I'll make a video. I made the video, had breakfast, couldn't keep my eyes open, went back to bed, woke up about 10:30. So I did get like 2 more hours sleep. But I did clean. I need to vacuum and dust the family room. It did not happen, but I did put another load of laundry in the dryer. So, and they should be done, their towels. Yes, Danielle is getting me into trouble. Do not tell Scott. He'll have a fit. What do you mean you bought another pattern? Well, it's like anything else. I collect them. Hi, Louise. I collect the Heaven and Earth design patterns because they are absolutely gorgeous. But if I can get them as a diamond painting, I'm all there for it because they're much quicker for me to do than the cross stitch. I'll tell you that much. a lot quicker. I can do a diamond painting in a month. I cannot do a heaven and earth design in a month. Maybe 1 year if that's all I was doing. But yeah, so it was a Cheshire cat. Let me see if I can bring it up on my phone to show you. What am I doing? Heaven and earth. Oh my God, my brain. Heaven and earth designs. I will show you. It is so cute. Their website is so tiny. Everything's tiny. Let's enlarge it. Let's find search. And whoops, Chessie. I have to show you. I had to get it. Look it. I had to get it. Isn't it cute? What is it? It's 350 by 258. So it'll be like a 14 by 10 and a quarter inches on 25 count fabric, because that's what I do it on, is 25 count 1/1. Yeah, I had to get it. And I don't get them as PDFs. I buy the hard copy regular chart, which was $23. I used to pay like $15 for a chart. Hi, Autistic. So we have a lot of people. We have 14 in here. Okay. If I get a little teary-eyed, don't mind me. I received a Facebook Messenger from Lisa Bradley's daughter. Those of you that are in my live streams know Lisa Bradley. She is in the hospital. She has pneumonia and cellulitis, and her daughter said that she might not make it through the night. So if all of you could please put up prayers, hearts for Lisa and her family, I would greatly appreciate. You don't realize how much somebody means to you that you've never ever met in person. And I've never met her in person. She's been a great friend to me online. We Facebook Messenger a lot. And because I haven't been on Facebook much, I didn't see her posting that she was in the hospital the other day. And someone asked what was wrong, and Lisa's husband said that she has pneumonia and cellulitis. So her daughter did message me to let me know, and her daughter said that the last time she messaged me, she said she's sleeping at the moment, so hopefully that allows her body to work more as her body is relaxed. And if you know Lisa, she's always putting up prayers for everybody. Lisa's little granddaughter is the one who is my cyber god granddaughter. So yeah, Lisa's very much well loved in the diamond painting community. She's getting into coloring. So yeah, she has a Facebook group. So just say some prayers. She's in a lot of our live streams. So thank you, everybody. Hi, Autistic. Hi, Silver. Silver, it is Lisa Bradley that comes in here a lot. Sarah, Dawn, Colorful Book Nester, Carol. Thank you, everybody. So, yeah, Lisa's makes almost every my live streams. So, um, her daughter will keep me posted. Okay, so on to something fun today. Let's talk first some TV shows. So I know some of you are younger than me, some are about the same age. I know some of you are older than me. So let's go back to, I was going to look up TV shows. I got to do that. I will keep you posted, Deborah, of course. If she messages me, you know, what time is it there now? It's after 10 o'clock because they live in the UK. So it's after 10 o'clock at night right now. And she knows she can message me anytime. So I was very, very shocked. I automatically went on Facebook because I didn't know because I haven't been on Facebook. So TV shows, what were some of, let's see, I'm going to Google top TV shows of the 70s. So, okay, here are some. Let's see how many of you watched these. What is that? I can't even read it. Oh, The Electric Company. That was on PBS. I remember watching that. Welcome Back, Kotter. Yes, because that's where John Travolta started out. Welcome Back, Kotter. Okay. Mannix. I did not watch that. Let's see. The Hot I Baltimore. Never heard of that. Here's Lucy. Watch that. Marcus Welby, MD. Did anybody watch that? I did not watch Marcus Welby. Okay, Robert. Yeah, you're a little bit younger than me. I was born in the 60s. So we're going to move on up. So I'm just looking at the top 25. The Partridge Family, I think I watched every single episode because, of course, David Cassidy wasn't going to watch him back then. The Odd Couple, I might have watched a couple episodes. Three's Company, oh my gosh. Three's Company, yes, I think I watched them all too. Kolchak, the Night Stalker, no, I don't even remember if I've heard of that one. The Jeffersons, yes, I watched them. I don't know if I watched every episode, but I did watch The Jeffersons. Was a spin-off, you know. Yep, I did watch that. Laverne and Shirley, yes, was a spin-off also of Happy Days. And I think I watched every episode of that. So you guys are all talking. Who came in? Hi, Sandy. Laverne and Shirley. Alice. Do you guys remember Alice? Watched that. I don't think I watched every episode, but I did watch a few. Rhoda. I think I watched a couple, but not very many. MASH. I watched a few of MASH. Let's see. Little House on the Prairie. I probably seen almost every episode of Little House on the Prairie. Good Times. I watched a lot of those. I love JJ Walker. That show was hilarious. Room 222. I don't remember ever watching that. 8 is Enough. I've watched every episode of that. One Day at a Time. I think I watched quite a few of those. All in the Family, of course. Meathead. Nowadays it's not considered politically correct, but I'm sorry, I loved Archie. I did. I know he wasn't appropriate, but at the time, The White Shadow, I never watched that. Dallas, yes. I watched most of Dallas. Love Dallas. The Carol Burnett Show, watched quite a few of those. Let's see, The Brady Bunch, oh, definitely. I think I've seen every episode of Brady Show. The Mary Tyler Moore Show, I watched a couple episodes. Some of these were on a lot longer than I actually thought they were on. And the Waltons. I watched few episodes of the Waltons. So I did pretty good with the 70s. Yeah, they weren't listed for the 70s, Love Boat and Fantasy Island, and I did watch those. So we'll see. Let's find the 80s. Yeah, now when I first, hold on, because when I first clicked, it gave me different, because it said Welcome Back Kotter, but it wasn't in the top 25. So I'm going to go through this one. These are still the 70s. So we got Welcome Back Kotter. Love that. I probably watched most of those. They had John Travolta in it. Let's see. Bannock. I don't remember that. Wonder Woman. What else? Come on, load up. Masterpiece Theater. Never watched that. One Day at a Time. The Rockford Files. Watched a couple of those. What's Happening? Yep. Watched some of that. What is this one? Oh, Barney Miller. Yep. Watched a couple of those. Starsky and Hutch. Watched a few of those. Sanford and Son. Yep. The Bob Newhart Show. Watched a few of those. Hawaii Five-0. I don't think so. Kung Fu. I didn't watch any of those. Shazam. I think I watched a couple Shazam. Bionic Woman. Yep. I watched some of that. What is it? Space 1999. Kojak. The Facts of Life. Roots. Charlie's Angels. Yes, watched a few of those. The $6 Million Man. Battlestar Galactica. Maude. Oh, here's the one I watched a lot. Chips. Because, hey, who didn't like him? Eric Estrada. No, these are all from the 70s. Yeah, these are all from the 70s. Yep. How the West Was Won. I never watched that. Something UFO. And I can't read that one. Mission Impossible. The Odd Couple. I did watch a couple of those. SWAT. Doctor Who. WKRP in Cincinnati. Oh my gosh. I watched that. I thought Lonnie Anderson was the most beautiful woman in the world. I wanted to look like her. No, actually, Autistic has it down as the 70s. I've got it. Hold on. Where'd the Facts of Life go? It says 1979. So it started in 1979 and went into the 80s for the Facts of Life. And the Great Grape Ape. It was a cartoon show. Oh my gosh, I remember that one too. So yeah, Facts of Life was more in the 80s, but it did start out in the 70s. Yes, you thought she was also the most beautiful woman? Yeah. I wanted to look like her. Okay, let's see. Popular shows from the 80s. Now I'm looking at this going, oh yeah. Okay, so we are starting out with Growing Pains. Yes, I saw every episode of Growing Pains. Family Ties. Yes, I watched every episode of Family Ties. In fact, the series finale, I bawled like a baby. That's the first show I ever saw a series finale, and I cried. They do have the Facts of Life listed, I think, because it started out in 79. And it had 9 seasons. Can you believe that? Punky Brewster. Never watched that. The Smurfs. Yes, I love the Smurfs. Yeah, they didn't show the Muppets. Wonder why. The Greatest American Hero. I do remember that. I might have watched a couple. American Gladiators. I never watched. The Equalizer. Dynasty. Yes, I saw every episode of Dynasty. Full House. Yes, saw every episode of that, and I probably can tell you a lot of stuff that went on that show. Autistic said she grew up in the 80s. Some of these are continuing on from the 70s. Silver Spoons. Remember Ricky Schroer from Silver Spoons? I watched a few episodes. Let's see. Hill Street Blues. I watched a few episodes of that. Mama's Family, watched a few episodes. They have Dallas listed again. Oh, another show I loved was Miami Vice. Don Johnson in his white suit and his, what do you call them, loafers with no socks? Yeah. Yep. Alf, remember the creature Alf? Loved that show, saw every episode. Different Strokes, watched a lot of that. The Love Boat, watched most of that. Knight Rider, I saw a few. Night Court, I watched most of that. MacGyver, I saw a lot of that. The Golden Girls, I think I've seen every episode. The Fall Guy. The A-Team, I saw quite a few of those. Head of the Class, yes, saw a lot of those. Heart to Heart, loved Heart to Heart. I think I tried to watch all of those. I'm cutting in and out. Why? I should be fine. It says that I'm fine. My internet's fine. Sorry. And I'm not using OBS. I'm using StreamYard. I know. Remember Saturday morning cartoons? Yes. Oh, Perfect Strangers. Oh my gosh, that show was funny. Cagney and Lacey, that was a really good one. Dukes of Hazzard, I watched, I think, all of those because Bo Duke. Hey, you had to watch it. Okay, maybe it's just on your end, Robert. Hi, Palmy, Angel Crafts. Your name's Rachel, right? Rochelle? Rachel? Fantasy Island. Taxi. That was a funny show. TJ Hooker, remember that? That had Heather Locklear in it. That was a good show, too. I liked that. Spencer for Hire, never watched that. Highway to Heaven with Michael Landon. Yep, watched quite a few of those. A Different World. I did watch some of that. The Thornbirds. I didn't watch that. Beauty and the Beast. Yep. Airwolf. Benson. Looking. I'm still looking. Still looking. I didn't realize I had to click something else to see more. Fame. I remember Fame. Remington Steele. Falcon Crest. I watched some of that, not all of them. So, Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Matlock. Murder, She Wrote. There's so many. So many I didn't even show them all. Now they're showing cartoons. Quantum Leap. I loved Quantum Leap. Alien Nation. So there's a lot from the 80s. How'd you guys do? Autistic says cutting in and out for her too. See, I couldn't watch The Nanny. I could not stand her voice. I couldn't do The Nanny. Oh, her voice just was like nails on a chalkboard. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Hi, Robin Lyons. I was in my 20s in the 80s. Didn't see a lot of these. I graduated in 83, so I did watch a lot of TV. Hi, Gia. Deborah says cutting in and out also. So it's doing it for some of you, so it's not. Okay. 90s. Beverly Hills 90210. Yes. Dylan. That's where my son Dylan got his name, was from Dylan McKay on 90210. Watched every episode, of course. Loved that show. Lois and Clark. I did not watch that. I can't tell what this is. Oh, Blossom. I forgot about Blossom. Yes, Joey Lawrence. Ooh, he was so cute. Boy Meets World. Saw some of those. Dinosaurs. Oh my gosh. Not the mama. Watched every episode of that. Fresh Prince. Saw every episode of that. Home Improvement. Yes. Saw all of those. Twin Peaks. Saw all of those. Seinfeld. I watched a couple. I am not a big Seinfeld fan. I don't know. I don't care for him. I didn't care for any of them on there. The Nanny, of course, like I said, I couldn't watch that. Saved by the Bell, saw every episode of that. Loved Saved by the Bell. The X-Files, never watched the X-Files. Mad About You, I seen a few. Family Matters, watched them all but the last season because I was bowling. For some reason, I was bowling when that was on. So I need to find Family Matters and watch the last season. Friends, absolutely every season of Friends. ER, I never watched. I want to. I would like to go back and watch ER. Quantum Leap, love Quantum Leap. So that started in 89. So, but yeah, that was on. Oz, I never watched. Ally McBeal, I never watched. Baywatch, I never watched. Dawson's Creek is on my list to binge watch because I never watched that. Yeah, I love the wholesome shows. The shows that are out there now that they call comedy are trash. I don't like them. NYPD Blue, never watched. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, saw every episode. Seventh Heaven. Loved that show. I watched every episode of that. Xena Warrior Princess. No, I didn't watch that. The Real World. I didn't watch. Sister Sister. I didn't watch that. Married with Children. I did. I watched every episode of Married with Children. I don't know why I did. They were, yeah, just, I don't know what it was about that show, but I watched them all. Walker, Texas Ranger, I did not watch. Frasier, I did not watch. In Living Color, I did not watch. In the Heat of the Night, I watched a couple. Martin, I did not watch. Freaks and Geeks was only on for one season. I did watch that. I need to mark that because that's on Hulu. And I did watch that, and that's the show that started out with Franco. What's his name? Oh, I forget his name. He plays in a lot of stuff now. Law and Order, I did not watch that. Designing Women, I watched quite a few episodes of that. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I watched some. Let's see, more shows. Party of Five, I've watched the first season. Let's see. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, I never watched that. Sliders, I didn't watch. Stargate SG-1, I did not watch that. I'm still looking. I mentioned Twin Peaks. Ellen, I did not watch Ellen. Coach, I watched every season of Coach. Step by Step, I watched some of them. Third Rock from the Sun, watched a couple. Baywatch, I did not watch any. Still looking. The Cosby Show, definitely watched all of those. Roseanne, I watched all of those. Wings, I watched a few. Doogie Howser, love that show. I watched all of that. You guys are doing good. 2 hours. Why, Crystal? Are you on tonight? Are you doing something special? I'm looking. Melrose Place. Love that. Watched that. Angel. That was a spin-off. What was this one? Touched by an Angel. I watched a few of those. Picket Fences. I watched all of that. So, yeah, I watched quite a few. Oh, that's okay, Crystal. No, don't cancel it. I usually dye and paint at this time, but I decided like the last week of the month, I think I'm going to do something different. Okay, so best shows of the 2000s. Let's see what we got. The Sopranos. I never watched The Sopranos. The Office. Never watched The Office. Okay, Crystal. Yes, yeah, so they can go watch you. They can leave and come back. The Wire. Never heard of The Wire. Deadwood. I've heard of it. Never watched it. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Never watched that. Let's see. Mad Men. Never watched that. Okay. I will watch the replay, Crystal, because I want, I got to put you down for events because I got to work on the newsletter on Sunday. Well, I'll probably start working a little bit on the newsletter tomorrow, so it'll be ready for Monday. Breaking Bad, Enlightened, Game of Thrones. Loved Game of Thrones, saw that. Fargo. It's right now, it's just telling me like the top. I need to go back somewheres. Okay. 57 best TV shows of the 2000s. So we have The Good Wife, which I never watched, but I do have it written down to binge watch. That's okay, Crystal. It's okay. The Big Bang Theory, I watched a few episodes of that. Dead Like Me, never watched that. Jack and Bobby, never watched that. Gilmore Girls, watched all of that. Handmaid's Tale, I did not watch. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I know that's on Amazon Prime. Oh, Silver, I think I'm doing that next week. I think next Tuesday, instead of coloring, let me mark that. Live. What is next Tuesday? The 2nd? So next Tuesday, March 2nd, live will be my cross stitching. Instead of coloring, and I'm going to have all the charts, all the charts that are up for grabs. You can pay for them. Most of them will be free, but some I would like compensation for. Some are going to be because I have fabric chart and the specialty floss. The Good Place. I think I have that down on my list too to binge watch. Do I have that? I have Dead to Me written down, The Good Wife, and The Good Place. Yes. 30 Rock, I never watched that. Hard Knocks, never watched that. Weeds, I watched like the first episode. I think I have that written down to watch. Yes, I do. The Affair, I don't remember that at all. Does anybody remember that? They had too much swearing. I don't mind the swearing. Hi, Laverne. How are you? Modern Family. I never watched that. Alias. Never watched that. I always said I was going to, but I never did. Transparent. I never heard of that. Fringe. Never watched. Dexter. I watched. I think the first season, Dylan, I watched some of it at Dylan's. Mr. Robot, never watched that. Parks and Recreation, never watched that. Curb Your Enthusiasm, of course, Game of Thrones, we mentioned. No Reservations, I never heard of that. Justified, nope. The Walking Dead. Let me check my phone. The Shield, never watched it. I did hear of it, but I never watched it. Homeland, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, never watched that. Luther, never watched that. Master of None is a comedy series, said. Never read that. Never watched it, I mean. Orange is the New Black, never watched that. Better Call Saul, never heard of it. Californication, never watched it. The King, never watched that. Ray Donovan, I never even heard of that. The Americans, nope. Arrested Development, I've heard of it, never watched it. Louie, I don't even remember if I heard of Louie. Some of these, I don't know. Oh, I loved Charmed too, Dawn. And I thought the new Charmed was going to be like the new generation, and it's not, so I'm not even going to bother watching it. But I loved Charmed. Fleabag, never even heard of that show. Battlestar Galactica, never watched it. Catastrophe, I don't remember that. Veep, I have Veep written down. Mad Men, never watched. Fargo, never watched. Friday Night Lights, never watched it. The Staircase, I never even heard of that. That says it's a French television miniseries. The Leftovers, never heard of it. I might like that. It says it's a supernatural mystery drama. Chappelle's Show? No. Lost? Yes. Watched every episode of Lost. Oh, we're in the 2000s, autistic. The 2000s. Better Things. Never heard of it. Atlanta. Never heard of it. 6 Feet Under. Never watched. Rectify. I don't even know if I've heard of that. The Wire. Never watched. So that was like the top 57. So what shows were not mentioned that you guys watched? Yeah, I've got Dexter written down. I need to binge watch. Oh, I know some more, but they might have been in the 60s. No, they were in the 70s too. Remember Big Valley and Bonanza? Beverly Hillbillies? I think those were all a while ago. I know there's a lot of other ones that I did not see on their list. Grimm, they had 6 seasons. I want to watch that. I watched the first season. I don't know why I didn't watch. I stopped watching TV. So this was the thing. I used to be a TV hog. Oh yeah, Law and Order, CSI. None of those were listed. Hi Tia. Bones. I saw every episode of Bones. Never watched Law and Order, never watched CSI, never watched NCIS, but I would like to. The Practice, watched all of The Practice, and they don't have Grey's Anatomy up there. Grey's Anatomy, I've watched every episode. Once Upon a Time, I saw every episode. So yeah, so you guys are coming up with things that I did not see on there. Those were the critics. Those were according to the critics. Yeah. Okay, so I'm still looking for each year of the 2010s. Let's see. Because, yeah, they're not showing a lot of the older shows, or the newer ones, I should say. Yep, the reboot of Magnum PI and Hawaii Five-O. Yep, loved Bones. Okay, 50 best shows of the 2010s, which a lot of them I already said. Banshee, I don't remember Banshee. Men of a Certain Age. New Girl, I've heard of that, never watched it. Parenthood, I forgot about Parenthood. Jane the Virgin, never watched. Some of these they already mentioned. A lot of these. Boardwalk Empire, I remember that. I never watched it. Watchmen, never watched that. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Bob's Burgers. Hannibal. Why are they not? Some of these, they haven't even mentioned, like Charmed. Parks and Recreations. Okay, let's go back. That was the 2010s. Malcolm in the Middle. That 70s show. Everybody Loves Raymond. See, I'm still coming up with more movies or TV shows. King of Queens. Dharma and Greg. Will and Grace. The Simpsons. I watched a lot of The Simpsons till I had my kids, and I did not want my children treating my husband and talk to him the way that Bart talked to his dad, so I never allowed it in my house after the kids were born. Becker, never watched it. King of the Hill, South Park, Steve Harvey Show, The Hughleys, Cosby. I loved Cosby. I watched all of the Cosby Show. Just Shoot Me. Spin City. Forgot about that one. So see, there's a lot of them I'm still finding. Silver hates The Simpsons. I used to like it. You know, back when, well, I was in my 20s, my early 20s, so I did watch the first couple seasons, and then after that, and they were all the same. So I stopped watching them. I know there's other shows that they didn't talk about. They didn't mention Happy Days. And the spinoff from Happy Days was Mork and Mindy. They did talk about Laverne and Shirley. So, yeah. And I had a wide variety of shows I liked to watch, genres. I'm trying to think of other shows that were out there that they didn't mention. There's a lot they didn't mention. I know that. But yeah, they didn't mention Grey's Anatomy, Private Practice. I can't. I did mention Orange is the New Black. I think I've watched 1 or 2 episodes at Dylan's. What's Smallville? Loved Smallville. Yeah, Gilligan's Island. But Smallville I liked. And of course, Supernatural just ended. I had TV on from the time I got up till I went to bed, and I would watch all day long. I watched Live with Regis. I watched every episode. Diagnosis Murder wasn't mentioned either. So I watched all of Live with Regis, and then Kathy Lee came on. I watched all of them with her, and then Kelly came on. I watched them all with her, and then when he left, Michael Strahan came on. I watched most of that, and then I started my jobs. So I no longer watch it. I'm not a Ryan Seacrest fan, so I don't watch it anymore. But I would watch that, and then there were other talk shows on that were on during the day. I used to watch Oprah Winfrey. I used to like Dr. Phil. There was a lot. And I was a soap opera addict. So I would watch, the first one that came on was Young and the Restless. I would watch Bold and the Beautiful, As the World Turns, General Hospital. It was just on all day. And another one I watched every single night at 7 o'clock was Entertainment Tonight. I could tell you everything about everything they had to do with celebrities, all of their names, who they were married to. I can't do that anymore. I could care less. I could care less now. So I don't watch that stuff anymore. Yes, Murder, She Wrote was mentioned. Yep. Yep, here's chopped short. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted, but my hair will grow. Hubby didn't say anything. He doesn't ever say anything. Whenever I do my hair or my nails, he doesn't say anything. I think he likes my hair longer, but he doesn't care. Yeah, I liked the 80s. I think because the shows were wholesome. Any age could watch them. You know, your teenager could come in the room. You didn't have to worry about hurrying up and switching the channel. You know, your little toddlers could walk in. You didn't have to worry about changing the channel. Yep, Three's Company was mentioned. Why do you hate your hair, Silver? Can you change it? Yep, Sherry, he does. He cares a lot. So he's like, it's your hair. You know, the only time he gave me grief was I wanted to dye it purple. It was a pretty purple, and he said no. That's the only time he's ever told me no. And it's like, used to go out in the bars, and he always worked nights. So Friday night, I would go out with my friends. He didn't care. He didn't care. Guys were buying me drinks because I wasn't spending my money, and I wasn't going home with them. So he didn't care. That's how he is. He's very easygoing. And I know I would dance with guys I graduated with or went to school with, and he didn't care. But one night, one of the guys I graduated with came up and asked if I would slow dance with him, and I said yes. And Scott says, no, it's time to go now. And I'm like, why did you say no? And he goes, he was a troublemaker in school. I said, but I graduated with him. We were friends. Yes, he was a troublemaker, but I was really shocked that he did that because he never told me no. Oh, no, salons are open in the UK right now. Yeah. Okay, Deborah, bye. Thank you for coming in, you guys that are leaving. I appreciate it. Okay, now we got to go into movies. Okay, so was there anything that wasn't listed or that you guys think I should watch that I said I didn't? Because they had like the originals wasn't up there. Vampire Series, I watched every episode of that. I just binge watched all of the originals. Oh, I have some more other ones. A Million Little Things. I never watched that. Station 19. I've only watched it when it's a crossover to Grey's Anatomy. So I do want to go back and binge watch Station 19. What else did I not watch? The Good Doctor. Never watched it. Let's see. Yeah. Some things I'll rewatch. Okay, bye, Autistic. Thank you. Well, you better get it done. No, I've never watched any NCIS or Law and Order, and I probably should. I would probably like them. I mean, I like police shows and lawyer shows. I used to. Oh, New Amsterdam. Do I have that down? No, I don't. New Amsterdam. I am not keen on that purple. Now, I saw two young college girls in Boston with a lime green. They were dressed to the nines. Robin says, I have to watch The Good Doctor. See, I love him. I loved him in the movie August Rush when he was a little boy. Rescue 911. Rescue 911. Do I have that down? I don't think so. No. I know there's a ton of shows that were not mentioned that I know I watched. Oh, yeah. So the Vampire Diaries, Charmed, Pretty Little Liars. I watched every episode of that. And all the like different Hallmark shows, The Good Witch. I love that series. Hi, Christy. Oh, it's just called 911. Yeah, Mark Harmon was always cute. King of Queens. That one looked okay. Oh, it's just called 911. Chicago Med, Fire PD. Yeah, see, there's a lot I would probably like. And this is why you guys don't see me around as much on live streams and that. Okay, bye, Palmy Angel or Rachel, right? Thank you for coming in. FBI and FBI Most Wanted. I didn't see, what was that show? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Frank, no. Grace, freaking Grace. What was it called? Will and Grace. Will and Grace. I watched quite a few of those. We got Will and Grace. I didn't see that on the list. I know there was all the different Star Treks in that. Really, Louise? Now, some people are saying that, and some people said I'm fine. And I don't know why. Well, it looks like my internet is like, it keeps, oh. It says that my connection is unstable. So I don't know. It says if I'm on Wi-Fi, try plugging into my router or moving closer to it. Well, I'm using, this is where I always am. Now connection is good again. So it's, I don't know. Witches of East End. It must be my internet. Maybe when I'm done here, I will have to reset the router. Yeah, because it goes up to being really, really good and unstable. So, yeah. No, there's no snow on the wires or anything. I don't know because my from the road to my house, my wires are buried in the ground. And our snow is melting. So there's no snow on the wires. It's gotten warmer out. A lot of the snow is melting, but there's no snow on the wires. And they would have to be the wires out on the road because the wires going from the pole to my house are buried. Okay, I wrote Witches of East End down. Okay, movies. Movies. Let's go on to movies. Movies of the 70s. We have Superman, the movie. Remember Christopher Reeve? I loved him in those. Lord of the Rings. Saturday Night Fever. Who watched Saturday Night Fever? I still watch that. Arrow. Yeah, Arrow's from TV. The Breakfast Club is a movie, and yes, I love The Breakfast Club. Logan's Run, Wonder Woman, Love Story. Remember the movie Love Story? Captain America. The 70s when A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving came out. The Black Hole. Let's see. I'm still looking. Popular movies. Grease. Of course, everybody probably saw Grease. The Aristocats. The Hobbit. That was the cartoon one. Loved that. The movie 10 with Bo Derek. Anybody remember that? Close Encounters of the Third Time. I know. Christopher Reeves was the best Superman. Every Which Way But Loose. I remember those. They were funny. The Black Stallion. Al Pacino and Serpico. The Exorcist. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. King Kong. The Jerk. Oh, yeah, I remember that with Steve Martin. A Star is Born. The movie Alien, I saw that. Yeah, I didn't watch the movie 10 either. That was a movie that all the guys liked. Her running on the beach. Let's see. What other movies? American Graffiti. Convoy. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. Live and Let Die. The Omen. The Way We Were. The Wiz. Halloween. Let's see. It says top picks. Superman. Yep. Murder on the Orient Express. Scrooge. They had some good movies out. These were still in the 70s. The Cat from Outer Space. Yep. Salem's Lot. Macbeth. Black Stallion. The Other Side of the Mountain. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Planet of the Apes. My dad used to have that on all the time. Planet of the Apes. Let's see. Looking at sci-fi. Planet Earth. Phase 4. The Omega Man. Battlestar Galactica. Some of these I never even heard of. Action movies. Rollerball. Yeah, you know, a lot of these I heard of. Shaft. Westerns. We've got Joe Kidd, Doc. The Outlaw of Josie Wales. Got a lot. Comedies from the 70s. Yeah, so we got Grease, Jerk, High Anxiety, Silver Streak. Remember Silver Streak? I remember that. Animal House, Smokey and the Bandit, Blazing Saddles. The Bad News Bears, Fun with Dick and Jane, Car Wash. I'm still looking. Pink Panther, Which Way is Up. Oh, I love the movie Practical Magic, Laverne. Yes. Saw Convoy, watched Smoking the Bandit. Goonies. Hey, you guys. So, okay, so that was movies of the 70s. I did watch quite a few of those. Oh, Alien ones, so I mentioned all those. Dramas from the 70s. We have Brian Sawn. I'm still looking. Kramer versus Kramer. Watership Down, Poseidon Adventure, Halloween. Some good movies. The Deep Wilderness Family. Disney TV shows and movies. Yes. Oh, Sleepless in Seattle. Yep. That one was a good one too. I love my movies. Movies of the 80s. The Outsiders. Saw that. 16 Candles. Seen that many, many times. Willow, Batman, Stand and Deliver, The Lost Boys, saw that a few times. Stand By Me, saw that a few times. The Breakfast Club, of course, saw that many times. Flashdance, saw that a few times. Pretty in Pink, that was another one of my favorites. I've watched many times. I own a lot of these. Ferris Day Off, The Blue Lagoon, Goonies, Mystic Pizza, Heathers, St. Elmo's Fire. That's another one I watched many times. Yep, You've Got Mail. I know, I remember that one too. Dead Poets Society, Labyrinth, The Dead Zone, Footloose. Yes, loved Footloose. Saw that many times. Dune. What's this one? Princess Bride, The Never Ending Story, The Karate Kid. Oh, and gory, but I don't know what it is about this movie. I have seen it several times. I absolutely love this movie. Is Scarface. I don't know why it has Al Pacino in it. He is a gangster. There's a lot of bloodshed, but I love the movie. I have no idea why I was hooked on it when it first came out. Beetlejuice. Who doesn't love Beetlejuice? Weird Science. Uncle Buck. Another one I've seen many times. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Short Circuit. Loved that one. Big with Tom Hanks. Three Amigos. Xanadu. Did any of you guys see Xanadu? It had, oh my God. Duh. Her name. She's from Greece. Olivia Newton-John. Loved Xanadu. It was all roller skating and music. Yes. Rain Man. Blue Velvet, Dirty Dancing. Yes, loved it. Patrick Swayze. And he was in Roadhouse. That came out in the 80s also. Loved Roadhouse. Adventures in Babysitting. Splash. Remember Splash? She was a mermaid. Coming to America. Yep. Back to the Future. Love the Back to the Futures. Indiana Jones. Still looking. Look who's talking. Remember that? Those were funny too. Parenthood. Arthur. I seen that. Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Batteries Not Included. That was really good. I'm still finding movies from the 80s. The Woman in Red. For Keeps. Heavy Metal. Oh, we were in the 80s, but the 70s started out the Star Wars series, and I've watched every one. Edward Scissorhands, yes, Laverne. Dark Crystal, yes, Samantha. Titanic. Those are awesome movies. Loved all of those. Little Monsters. That was good. That was from the 80s. Yep, there's Star Wars. Little Shop of Horrors. Fame. A lot of good ones. A lot of good ones. Well, this is fun. This was a fun stream. This has been really fun because it brings back a lot of movies I forgot about. She's All That. Oh my gosh, I watched that several times. Practical Magic. My Girl. Remember that? Macaulay Culkin. The Fifth Element. Batman Forever. Edward Scissorhands. Mice and Men. The Combat. The Titanic. Cry Baby. American Beauty. Tombstone, loved that. Good Will Hunting. The Sandlot. Oh my gosh, my boys and I love that. The Sandlot. We've seen that so many times. Matilda, that was good. Armageddon, love that. I own that one. Hocus Pocus. Yes, have to watch that every Halloween. Oh, Eating Gilbert Grape. I watched that once. The Little Rascals. Braveheart, which I did like. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Death Becomes Her. Practical Magic. Halloween Town. Batman and Robin. Star Trek. Runaway Bride. Clueless. Hercules. Girl on 34th Street. Oh, this is too much fun. Let's see. Blade. The Bodyguard. I remember The Bodyguard. The Fifth Element. I watched that once. While You Were Sleeping. That was so good. Let's see. The Parent Trap. Men in Black. Love that series. Jingle All the Way. They had Arnold Schwarzenegger. It. And I've seen that several times. Let's see. You've Got Mail. The Addams Family. Independence Day. Loved that movie. Loved it. Galaxy Quest. You're done already, Crystal? Rush Hour, Small Soldiers, saw that. Now we're doing movies, Crystal. We're in the 90s. Waterworld, True Lies, Johnny, what is it? Johnny Mnemonic. I don't remember how to say that. RoboCop, Face Off. Oh my gosh, that was good. Yeah. Romance from the 90s. Cruel Intentions. You guys remember Cruel Intentions? I love that. That's one of my just favorites. City of Angels. That's another really, really good one. Let's see. These are all the romance. Some of them I didn't say because we already mentioned that. Blast from the Past. Hope Floats. Oh my gosh, that was really good too. Loved Hope Floats. You've got Male Stepmom, Notting Hill, Benny and June, Up Close and Personal. I forgot about that movie. That was so good. My Best Friend's Wedding. That was really good. Message in a Bottle. That was forget his name. Nicholas Sparks' book. Sleepless in Seattle. Simply Irresistible. Don Juan. Karina, The Story of Us. Mr. Wonderful, The Butcher's Wife. As Good as It Gets. That was good too. Oh, and There's Something About Mary. Watch that. See, I used to watch oh my gosh, The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. Yes, Laverne, that's one of my favorites. Ghost. Forrest Gump. Yes. Pulp Fiction. I watched Pulp Fiction. I didn't like it. Scent of a Woman. I think I've seen that. Silence of the Lambs. Saving Private Ryan. Sense and Sensibility. Misery. Watched that. That was a Stephen King book. Oh my gosh, there is so many. Sci-Fis. Contact. Total Recall. Mars Attacks. I seen that. Lost in Space. How are you guys doing? I got to go read again what you guys are saying. Okay, so we're just sitting here chit-chatting away about the movies. Armageddon. I love that movie. Armageddon. The Net. The Juror. Needful Things. Stephen King's Thinner. Sleepy Hollow. Interview with the Vampire. Meet Joe Black. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Drop Dead Fred. Liked that one too. Toys. Hook. Son-in-Law. Oh my gosh, that one is so funny. The Page Master. Varsity Blues. Pretty Woman. Seen that so many times. The Witches. Secret Garden. Matilda. Fern Gully. That was a cartoon. I had that. It was so good. Little Giants. The Indian in the Cupboard. Yes. The Horse Whisperer. That was really good. It had a different ending than the book. The Iron Giant. Forever Young with Mel Gibson. That was so good. Problem Child. That was funny. What was this one? I already said that one. Mask with Jim Carrey. Yep, E.T. Loved E.T. They didn't mention it. Twister, yes. Moonstruck, Home Alone, E.T. Phone Home. See, I'm behind on watching movies too. Oh, Jack with Robin Williams. Then we got 2000s. Harry Potter. I've seen them all, read the books, loved them. The Hulk, the Scooby-Doo movies, Cheaper by the Dozen, Bridget Terabithia, loved that. Juno, that was okay. Twilight, I liked all those. I don't care for the actress, but I love the books. The Lovely Bones, loved the book. Avatar, oh my gosh, that's the first movie I went out and saw in 3D, and I absolutely loved it. Loved Avatar. I'm waiting for the new one. Shooter, Iron Man, The Dark Knight, Star Trek, Robots, Holes, I remember that one. Enchanted, Legend. I Am Legend, that was so good. Pursuit of Happiness, A Beautiful Mind, A Walk to Remember. Oh, that was really good too. Cars, The Good Witch, Star Wars. Still talking about the Hulk, Clone Wars, Family Stone, Spider-Man, Wedding Planner, that was good. What's this? Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I loved the books. Legally Blonde, Underworld, Fantastic Four, Fab Five, Death Note. Still looking. X-Men, which I haven't seen them all, and I love the X-Men. The Transformer movies, love those. My other favorites are the Fast and the Furious. Love the Fast and the Furious movies. And Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, yes. Yes, The Green Mile, oh my God, that was so good. I never watched Dances with Wolves because I never cared for him. I watched him do an interview with Barbara Walters, and he was very conceited. War of the Worlds, loved it. Fantastic Four, I saw that. Terminator. Matrix, like those two. 13 going on 30. The Holiday. Bridget Jones' Diary. A Monster in Law. What a Girl Wants. 51st Dates. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Wedding Date. Failure to Launch. What was this one? I already said that. Serendipity. Sweet Home Alabama. That was really good. Family Stone. Oh, Coyote Ugly. Loved that movie. Good. The Breakup. That was good. Meet the Fockers. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, Robin, I have seen The Shawshank Redemption several times, and my husband is always watching that. I watched the first Shining. I have not watched the newest one. Father of the Bride, yep, that was good too. The Notebook, one of my favorites. War movies, it was a lot. Troy. We got thrillers. Trying to see a lot. The Patriot, I've seen that several times. Thrillers, I don't recognize hardly any of these thrillers. Panic Room. Sci-fi, we got Serenity, Avatar, which I loved, Watchmen, Hancock, iRobot, Transformers again. Yeah, see, a lot of these already mentioned. Fantasy, got the Harry Potters, Corpse Bride, love that. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that has, what's his name in it? They can play in anything. He can, too. Shrek. Wait, no. What happened? Where was I? I don't know. Oh, boy. Harrison Ford is your favorite actor? Oh, my gosh. Gremlins. Yes, Gremlins. Loved it. There are so many movies. I just thought it would be fun just talking about TV shows and movies and what. So, we talked about a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. So, what was everybody's favorites? I liked everything I watched, or I wouldn't have watched them. And I used to have HBO, Cinemax. I had like every movie out there when I had satellite. And I would watch movies all the time. Now I'm into the Hallmark movies. Now, if you guys that have just come in, hold on. Hi, Shawana. How are you? So those of you that weren't in at the very beginning, we are asking for prayers. If you are in my live streams, or if you have seen this person in other streams, Lisa Bradley is in hospital. Her daughter messaged me this afternoon and said they weren't sure if she was going to make it through the night. I haven't heard any more from her. I've been waiting to see, but no, I haven't heard any more from her. Just keep her in your prayers. So I haven't been on Facebook as much, so I didn't even know she was sick. So did I get a weather alert? No. Anyway, she's in the hospital and they don't know if she'll make it through the night. So I went on Facebook, I went on her page, and her husband had said that she has pneumonia and cellulitis. So Lisa comes into my live streams all the time. She's in a lot of others' live streams. And so she could all use some prayer. Tia, she's gone through quite a bit the past couple weeks, last week. Tia could use some prayers. There's a lot of you guys need some prayers. So put up some hearts and prayers for those that need it. So, Sherry, it's Lisa Bradley. She is in my live streams all the time. She's a diamond painter. She does some coloring. She has a Facebook group. I don't know what that's for. So, what did I not mention that I should watch? Now, you guys know I like mysteries. I like the romance. I like comedies. No, I never heard of Keely Cullum. No. She lost her mother this morning. I'm sorry to hear that. No, I don't know Keely. Never seen the name anywheres. But I know a lot of people are struggling right now. Scott, he says he thinks that his job will be done in 2 weeks. So he's debating if he wants to start a new job right away or take a week or 2 off. Shawana is going to be getting shoulder surgery in 2 weeks. Okay, Shawana could use prayers too. Okay, what is it I'm supposed to say? Okay, we talked TV and movies. Guess what time it is? It's food o'clock. Danielle sent me a message to remind me. It's food o'clock. This is where we talk about food, what we are having for dinner, what we ate for dinner. I am having a frozen Wegmans pizza. Their pizza is amazing. They're like DiGiorno's. So that's what I'm having for dinner. I'm being naughty tonight and having pizza. And I'm going to be watching Legacies that I'm binge watching. I'm starting to get a headache, and I don't know why. Now I poured me a cup of tea. This whole time it's been sitting there and it's cold. Yep, it's like drinking iced tea. I forgot my tea. And Scott bought me, oh my gosh, he needs to buy me. He bought me a bag of trail mix that I can keep here on my table for my live streams for when I get hungry. That might be why I'm getting a headache. Although I don't have the hiccups. Usually I get the hiccups if I'm hungry. He needs to get me another bag of trail mix. Dawn had cheeseburger and tater tots. I also have a Facebook group. Let me find it. It's called the Cookbook Nook. And this is for us. Here, I'm going to send you the link. It's for those of us that like to talk food in here and like to share recipes. Robin says, air fryer, fried chicken, potato wedges, and biscuits. Mmm. That sounds good. Okay, is everyone getting quiet? I should go to Wegmans this weekend. I need more trail mix. I love their trail mix. This one came from Tops. I need an air fryer, but I'm not in a hurry for one right now. So what is everybody doing? We're working on. I know Robert was finishing his diamond painting. I was cross-stitching today, most of the day. You guys are quiet. I was reading Faithless in Death today. I have like an hour and a half left in it, I think. I might finish that tonight. Robin Lyons is coloring a mandala. Okay, Robin, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, the return was good. Laverne says if she can work an air fryer, anyone can. Yep, the return was good. Danielle is driving. So I have a list of TV shows to binge. So I usually binge watch a whole series, and then I go in and I'll watch a whole bunch of videos. YouTube videos, and then I go back to binge watching. So it took me a month? Took me about a month to watch the originals. And now I started Legacies. I started watching The Magicians. I couldn't finish that. And I started Ratched. I'm still working on my Whimsy Girls. And then I got to do March's pictures. So there's 2 pictures for March. Yep. I want to finish my Cheshire Cat that I'm diamond painting, and my little rainbow little dragon Z that I'm diamond painting. I forgot who's doing what next month for March. For March. Yes, I have Netflix. What do you need help with, Crystal, with the last February picture? My time is at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Danielle. And next Tuesday, I will be talking cross-stitching. I won't be coloring. I will be talking cross-stitching. And I will be showing the patterns and stuff that are up for grabs. You can purchase them. Oh, that was for this month. Yep. Just look it up. That's what I did, Crystal. I went on Google and I looked up Real Carnival getting Ida. And I didn't know what it was either. So go, that's what I did to get a color palette. So this is what mine looks like. Just go look it up. So yeah, so the month of March, we're doing this one and the Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras one. That's what we're doing in March. Okay, Laverne, what is Travelers about? I have like every stream service out there, and if I don't, then my boys do, and we all share. We all use each other's. Just me and my boys. We don't share with anybody else. So yeah. So yeah, next Tuesday will be cross stitching. I won't be cross stitching. I'm just going to be showing you what I have, and if you want something, you need to let me know. I'm not going to do a giveaways or drawings. You just let me know. You know, I'll show something. You guys can let me know. People come back from the future. Oh. Yeah, I would like that then. And that's on Netflix. Yeah, I pay for Netflix. Dylan has Hulu and Sling. We have Disney, and Dylan just got HBO Max. And then, of course, now you've got Peacock. You can get that's free. I have Amazon Prime. There's a lot of free ones. A lot of free ones. Yeah, so Cross Stitch Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm just going to show everything that I'm trying to get rid of. Some things you can, I'll let you know this is free. I might have people pay for shipping. Some items I might want to charge something, and you guys can just let me know what you think, because some things cost me quite a bit. I must be getting hungry. and I'll probably show what I've started. I might do that. Or I might do that the last week of the month. I want to start doing something the last week of every month instead of coloring and diamond painting. But Tuesday, I'm doing cross stitching just because I have a lot of people that are interested in my cross stitch stuff. So yeah, TV shows to binge watch. I like supernatural things. I like time traveling. I like the dramas like from the 80s. So like I never watched Dawson's Creek or One Tree Hill. So I want to watch those. I watched the first season of Party of Five. So I'm going to go back and watch those. I watched the first season of Grimm. And that's on Prime. So I'm going to go back and watch that. Yeah. I just have a list of shows that were all mentioned in Craft and Journey's live stream once. She did a live stream and everybody was talking about TV shows. And then I'm trying to get a list of movies that I haven't watched that I want to watch. But I like romantic comedies. Like I said, I like the Transformers movies. I like Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter, all of those. I like a lot. All the 80s, you know. You want to see me cross it. I have a lot started, Danielle. And I probably have like 100 to 200 Heaven and Earth Designs patterns. But I had to buy that one today, and it's all your fault. So for those of you that weren't in earlier, Danielle told me to watch this YouTuber. His name is Darcy Cameron. He's a cross-stitcher. And he showed this pattern that he's cross-stitching, and I had to go buy it. It's a Cheshire cat. It's called Chessie. Isn't that cute? So, of course, I had to go buy it. I haven't bought a cross-stitch chart. Oh, my God. Well, I haven't bought a Heaven and Earth Design cross-stitch chart since 2015. I have bought some Mirabilias, but I haven't bought Heaven and Earth in a long time. So I'm trying to come up with different ideas to talk instead of always coloring and diamond painting. And we can always talk while I'm coloring. I'd rather do it diamond painting. So on the nights that I diamond paint, we need to come up with, because I could have done this while I was diamond painting, but I need to come up with themes to talk about. So if you guys come up with some themes, give me ideas, that would be great. We can talk about different YouTubers, who you all like. You know, do you just watch crafting ones? Lots of ideas. Okay, ideas for live streams. Favorite YouTubers. Oh, we could do favorite music. It was time. Yeah, I don't know if my husband will appreciate it, Danielle. I don't know when I will get to stitching it because I have quite a few Heaven and Earth designs already started. Once I get this frame done on the Animal Crossing I'm doing, then I will be back to the Heaven and Earth design I've been working on. It's just getting this frame. And I didn't stitch much today, and I did not stitch it all on Monday. And that, I think the weather has a lot to how I've been feeling. I'm just, like right now, I'm kind of getting tired again. But I'm going to say goodbye. It is 5 to 7. It's that time. And this was fun. We talked about all the TV shows and movies. And I even forgot about a bunch of them. And you guys remembered some. So I went in to tell you, first of all, for March, I'll do that tomorrow. You're welcome. Okay. Love you guys. You all have a great night. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay cool. Whatever you need to do for where you live, because we're all in different parts of the country and different parts of the world. You're welcome. This was fun. I liked it. Love you guys. Bye.